Hi guys, good afternoon. It's Monday and here I am with my obsessions. It's I feel like I have so much to do, but here I am. It's almost like it's like relaxing. Okay, no, like getting more information. And there's so much happening. I feel like guys, it's going to go crazy. It's going to be crazy. The more it has gone crazier and crazier, but I feel like I don't know, I'm getting this sense, guys, and I feel like actually as I'm speaking, I'm getting this almost like a confirmation, intuitive confirmation, and this is what it, even though I feel like making it harder for myself in other ways, that I should be focusing on A, B, C, or D, but I feel like it's almost like I have to give messages or something, or like, almost like I need to prepare you guys or some, I don't know, it's funny, it's a weird, I don't get this very often, but I'm getting this now, just interesting, okay, so anyway, so, so I want to do a reading on something that some of you have commented on, which is, did it happen yesterday or the day before? I don't quite recall. Oh, it was yesterday that Trump called in Fox News, okay, and started ranting for like half an hour. And I saw, was it on, I think, Lawrence, that said that apparently Rupert Murdoch called Fox and said, put an ending to this now. And that's when they said, oh, we have to go, we're running out of time or something. So apparently it was under the orders of Rupert Murdoch, okay? So I want to know, I want to know if that Trump's rent is going to affect, how does Fox News, meaning I guess, I'm trying to think, guys, you know what it is like, is the question about Rupert Murdoch. What does Okay, I'm not gonna make this question very long, okay? Because there's more. I've been wanting to do a reading on Rupert Murdoch for a long time, an updated reading. So this event kind of connects to that. So what I'm going to do now is ask about this specific event because some specificity is always best for any reading. So because we have this event and it happened, we can go off of that and then ask what's going to happen to him, okay? Because I want to know if, based on what happened, that was reported on the consequences of Trump's meltdown on Fox News, will Fox News change their position on Trump anytime soon? Meaning, Fox News, I mean Rupert Murdoch, because since he clearly is in charge of the line, I guess you can call it editorial line or something, whatever you call it. Okay, so the question is, will this affect, okay, how he sees Trump, and what will be the consequences of Trump's meltdown on Fox to the relationship between Rupert Murdoch and Trump? And in other words, will Rupert ever turn against Trump? Okay, I'm just curious in terms of the consequences of this whole thing that happened with the meltdown live and Fox News. Okay, so let's look at that. Now, I'm going to do 5 positions, not the whole 9, because I just want to ask about this specific issue, okay? So, all right, so the issue is Trump's meltdown and Rupert Murdoch. How does Rupert, let me just ask quickly, let me close my eyes to focus on the question, how should I? Okay, let's just say Murdoch. How does Murdoch see Trump's meltdown? And will this affect his relationship? Like how the storylines will the Trump meltdown affect the content of Fox News at all? Like will Fox News ever go against Trump, or like how does Fox News see Trump now that he had his meltdown? Okay, so let's look at that. All right, so I'm first going to do the card by card. Okay, let's see that. I already shuffled and cut the cards. Okay, so let's do here. House, okay, White House, center. That's the present. External influences, hidden. elements, okay, something behind the scenes. Key is something hidden that's going to come into play. And then we have here anchor. Oh, wow, interesting, right? It's Fox. So anchor, future, near future outcome, election. Interesting. Okay, so the center is key. There's something very important there. And then there's hidden influence in the White House. And their anchors, the relationship of the anchor to the election. So it's almost like I'm getting from this is saying that they are very important to the election. They're very influential within the White House, and the anchor, they're key anchor, literally mean key network to Trump's election in some way. Okay, this doesn't tell me how things change, but let's see here. Okay, because that's the future. Let's see. Let me just get the other. So Fox, Trump's meltdown on Fox, and what it means for how they see him or how their news changes or not in the future, okay? Their position vis-a-vis Trump, Murdoch and Trump. Let's see here, what do we have first? Oh, this is something becoming news. Okay, so this is the present. Yeah, this is, I mean, literally, right? So it's the news from the White House. So change or transference, or change, because this is a change or transference, right? Yeah, okay, transfer, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know why I said that, it's Portuguesing. Snake, so hidden snake, okay, that's something hidden. Garden, this is a network. So anchored network, okay. Becomes public, interesting. Letter, I wonder, you know, guys, if this means they will be indicted, okay, we'll see. Okay, so like I said, this may actually become a longer reading, depending on how this goes. Okay, so let's see here. So what Trump's meltdown on Fox and what it means for the future, for how Fox talks about Trump in the near future. Okay. Meetings, this is present, okay. They're having meetings, okay. External influences, grief and adversity. So, okay, interesting. This is hidden, this would be the Russia stuff, could also be the women. Let's pull out another card, okay, receiving gifts. So something hidden that's influencing this is like probably they're getting money from Russia. Okay, it looks possible, like it's possible. Near future, marriage deal. With a lady. Again, the whole thing with Russia, guys, twice. False person, I pulled another card. So, interesting. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I feel like hi. Sure, of course. So anyway, I was interrupted, and I'm probably going to be interrupted if you don't mind. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, wow, it's guys, it's showing very, very clearly here that the deal they had here was hi. I'm sorry, what? Of course, sorry. Because I don't have my glasses on, so I have to. I don't. Yeah, I'm like. Okay. Of course. Anyway, guys, so okay, going back here. It's showing here. It's so strange, clearly that their deal is with Russia, not Trump. Okay, it's very clear. So it's kind of like like one of those things you kind of know that, but it's weird that it's like. It's like it's less like I have less cards here, but in a way they're more direct about. Okay, about the like what's happening. So now let's look at the Italian cards. I'm not even looking at the tarot because it's one of those situations that it's not super, I don't think it's important to look at tarot because it doesn't. Okay, let's see, because it's like one, it's one specific issue, so it's not like I have to figure out too many things or emotions or anything. Okay, so Trump's meltdown on Fox and what it means for their coverage for the near future, okay? Here, strategy, this is like interesting. So they're having meetings about their strategy right now. Okay, here we have interesting outside influences, presente di pietre preziose. So there's a deal that involves money here, guys. Oh, hidden influences. So losing money, interesting. Near future happiness, weird, okay. Okay. Dottore, interesting. Solution. Interesting. Now, this is really odd. Let me find out. Let me do another layer of the Italian cards because I don't think I quite understand this exactly. So this is donna di servizio, meaning they're working for Trump in a shady way, but they are. Okay, this is the present. Again, external influences, old deals, okay? And also old mindset. This would be perfectly, okay? And then hidden stuff. Oh, look, disgrazie. I'm so sorry. What? Fox News? No. No, stop. So shit's hitting the fan behind the scenes. Enemy, okay? They're revealed as enemies. They're enemies here from the beginning. Interesting. Okay, so, you know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, okay, so they're upset. Okay, I'm just more because I'm like kind of like fascinated by this. It's like fake alert. Okay, so let's see here. I just want to know more. Okay, so there's a woman. Let's see, what one is this? Okay, yeah, wow, ending. So it's almost like I think Russia is upset. It might end their relationship. Interesting. Weird. Okay. Business. Okay. Desperate. Interesting. So, wow, guys. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm like, whoa. So let's look at the cards now, okay? I'm going to lower the, okay, the thing here. Let's say, so we could look at it, okay? Now let's see. Now let's see here what we have, okay? Let me just, I'm just trying to think. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, okay, let's lower here, okay? I'm gonna lower this. Okay. Let me lower this. Okay, so now let's see. I'm gonna try to do a 9 over this. So let's see here. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna reveal the other one. So here we have, because the Italian cards in a weird way, I think they're speaking very well about this. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think we can see all of, okay, up to here. Okay, good. All right, so, and then we have, sorry, I'm like gonna layer these, show you like this, okay? So, wait, is that right? Yeah, okay. And then we have here, okay. Okay, guys, I can see that I can pretty much fit all of these in here. Let's see. Like this, okay. Okay, yeah, you can see like this. Okay, and then, okay, I feel like there's a lot here, but let me leave these for the end because they give us a lot of information. So now let me go to these, okay. Yeah, just order like this, okay, and that's a little easier. Like this, okay. Okay, so, okay, So I'm doing the order of like how I lay the cards, and I had already showed them to you. Okay, so first here on top, we have the center here is the key. So they're very important, and they're hidden influence to the White House, and they are very important anchor for the election, right? So that's very clear. Okay, so we know that. All right, so, okay. Then we have that news of a change. Okay, this is the center. I mean, the way that I look, that this is borrowing from a tarot spread, that it's like this is the present, this is the external elements, hidden influences, near future, and outcomes. So here we have, just looking at the story alone, which I have, they're snakes, right? So they're like, they're not what they say they are, and they're like, they created change through the news, literally, okay? And their network gets a letter. I think they may get indicted or subpoenaed or something, okay? Now, if we look at the present is something becoming news, and it becomes news, something becomes news, but at the same time, there's a change. They can sense that there's a change in the environment, but underneath, they're like snakes, you know, they can't be trusted, they're kind of scheming something, and the garden here means network, but also means something public. So something may become public, and the outcome for them will be a letter. Like I think I believe here in this case, some sort of legal document, okay? And then we have here the present. What is the present? Here is meetings. So they're having meetings, and the external influence, like there are meetings and they are very upset. They can sense that there's a lot of, they're upset with what happened. Hidden element here, first came the lady, and I pulled an extra card to find out more about the lady, confirming that they may have a deal with Russia in some way. Here is a deal, again, marriage. And it was very weird because it came out the good lady, which tends to be the Russian, again, the sort of Russian card, but I pulled another card, false person. So they are fake, okay, and they're upset about it. They receive the money. So I think in some ways they continue to be fake as much as they can until there's like a legal consequence to this. I don't believe this is going to, the answer here is that alone is not going to merit a change. Okay, now let's see here. Okay, now let's look, now we can see just the Italian cards. Okay, so let's look at, here is the present, here is external influences, hidden elements that will come into play, near future, outcome. Okay, so let's look at this first here. So we have the present, this first column here, we have the present strategy. So they're concerned about their strategy, and they have been, dono di servizio means they have been serving the president, or they felt like, even if it's in their own self-interest, their strategy was to serve the president, and here, but that is piacere, they are unhappy. Okay, they're unhappy with the situation. So again, their strategy was to help the president, but then they're upset, present. Now, presente di pietre preziose means there's money for them in this, okay? Now, and then La Vecchia Signora means, I think, the old-fashioned values, okay? Like I've said before, obviously we know that they're very about racism and all these things. They overtly are pushing these ideas, okay? And that, well, guys, this is kind of very significant if you think about it. The money, quid pro quo money, and old-fashioned, like out-of-date values are what props up the Gran Signore upside down, the fake lord. So, like, they are about both money and prejudice, okay? In some ways, you could look at that way. Now, what's interesting is that hidden elements that are going to come into place here. It's a Gran Consolazione upside down. It's like the Gran Consolazione is an excellent card like this, okay? It means that the money of work, whatever project you were working hard on for a long time, you get rewarded. You get the money, a lot of money, okay? Now it's upside down, so they're going to lose. And you have the worst card here, also the hidden elements, which is this Disgrazia upside down. So something horrible is going to happen to them that's going to make them lose a lot of money. And here we have again the woman card. When there's no real woman here, to me it means it could be again the Russia stuff, because this is like an ending. So I pull out because, like, as you know, whenever you have this lose like people cards in a question that's not related to people necessarily, I pull an extra card. So we have an ending. So you see here something hidden behind the scenes probably, or something that is not yet known is going to happen. Like something happened, disgraceful is going to happen to them, that they're going to lose a lot of money, and there's going to be an ending of some sort, okay? And yet here in the near future we have alegria, right? Happiness. And what is happiness? To the enemy, okay? Now this is interesting because, and then we have mercante, which means business. So in a way, if you translate, and I feel like if you're ever lost, this is a good, something interesting to talk about. If you're ever lost, it's like always go back to the cards and read them without interpretation, meaning happiness to the enemy in business. So essentially, I feel like they refocus as like pushing the enemy ideas, okay? Essentially, it would be Russian propaganda further. Because this is their solution, okay? The dottore means a solution to something. Let's see here, you can see that, okay? And then giovane fanciulla means for a long time, or from the beginning, or inexperienced, okay? And this is actions that were done out of not jealousy. So this is jealousy, right? That's because of jealousy. But I think to me this is desperation. So the outcome is that their solution is to go back to, interesting, either to the beginning or to focus on inexperienced or silly things out of desperation. Now, in a way, what this tells me is more about their structure. Like, let me just kind of try to summarize this again. So there's like, they're having meetings about the strategy, okay? And then because money and like bigoted values are really what makes them, but something happens here that creates an ending for them, creates disgrace, and makes them lose money. And yet they focus on making the enemy happy and focusing on like acting out of desperation, okay? Now, if we look at this, guys, and then going back here, put across, like, okay, looking at the, connecting with the other cards, then we have here election, indictment or some sort, and they're known as being like connected to the enemy, okay? So I hope this becomes public, okay? And then we have here, again, marriage, something public anchor. So they are known as the anchor that works for the business of the enemy, okay? And their deal is exposed, and something hidden again, something important about them being snakes, meaning not being what they claim to be, receiving gifts, some sort of business deal, okay? And hidden behind the scenes, change, they're upset. Oh, this goes here. So they're upset because of this change, and they know something dark is coming. And here is the house, the influence of the White House. Who knows about the White House? And there's meetings. So guys, this told us more about, I think, how they roll. Okay, and I kind of want to know. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop now because I don't want it to make it. I think this reading is very concise, but I'm going to stop now and do a second part. And I think I'll just probably collate them together later. But I think there's a lot here that was just about this particular situation, okay? But I think essentially, if anything, they're much more loyal to the Russia propaganda than they are to Trump. And that's what they're going to choose in the end, whatever the Russians want or say or whatever, okay? All right, so let me stop here. Hi guys, so I just did a reading about the Trump meltdown on Fox News and whether that would affect their coverage in some way or another. And I've always wanted, well, I guess I have done a reading on Rupert Murdoch before, but I want to do a reading again. I just want to do an update on him, and I want to know if, because it's easy to, I mean, what I was going to say, okay, let me just backtrack. Obviously, he's the owner of Fox News, and his influence is such that apparently yesterday's broadcast with Trump was stopped only after he called in and demanded. So this tells us how powerful he is. Okay, so what I mean to say is that he's the leader, right? And he's the person who made it happen, who created this whole thing and led it, if anything, by omission. If you can argue that, oh, maybe what if he didn't? But essentially, if he could stop the news live, that means he created it as well. Okay, so I want to know whether he personally will ever be held accountable. Like, what will Mueller discover? Like, what will happen to him personally as a result of the Mueller investigation? Okay, because I can ask about Fox, but I think since he owns it, okay, I think it'd be more interesting to find out, because I feel like what can they really? I don't know that I don't understand. I don't know exactly the laws, but can they really be changed or something? I don't know that they can. So not yet, not right now, okay. But I want to know if the people who are involved, like the masterminds, meaning Murdoch and others, if they will be exposed. So the question is really more about Murdoch than Fox, okay? Because I've done readings in the past, and I think things will change for Fox, but I think I want to know if the people, like meaning Murdoch, the leadership, will be held accountable for this, okay? So the question is about Murdoch, okay? Will Murdoch suffer any consequences of the Mueller investigation? Is Mueller looking into Fox, meaning the leadership of Fox, and what will happen to Murdoch as a result of the Mueller investigation, if anything, okay? So this is it. What will happen to Murdoch as a result of the Mueller investigation? Okay. Now I'm going to do 9. Is that right? 9, yeah, let's do that. You know what? I think I'm going to do the same position for using all the different cards. I think it might be more fun or more interesting. Okay, so let's see, so that I don't have to like, so Murdoch and Mueller investigation, 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 if anything will happen to him as a result, Murdoch and Mueller investigation, Murdoch and Mueller investigation. I'm just cutting the cards in. Okay. Okay. So let's go to position 1. Okay, what is it? Okay, money. Okay. Position 1 with this one, deal. Okay, deal about money. Then here, receiving gifts. So wow, lots of money and financial exchange here, okay? Let's see here. Oh, losses, interesting, recovering from losses. So maybe, I don't know if like, if this has to do with them, like they realized they would make a lot more money, or there's behind the scenes deals that made, if they had been in trouble financially before, but it looks like this could have been done as a means for them to recover from some losses that they had in the past, okay? Oh, you know what, guys, I have to remember, this is Murdoch, not Fox, okay? Murdoch and the Mueller investigation. So let me focus on this. I have to focus and not, not get distracted by, focus on the question always, right? So, okay. And then position 2, let me start with that. That's kind of interesting order. Yeah, here, Lama to the man. I think this is him. Okay, another card. Interesting, foreign. So he goes abroad. Okay, here he travels, foreign influences. Then is Kipper. Here again, guys, the woman again. Oh, here he is, the man and the woman. I think meaning Russia. Let's see here. Who? Yeah, he may. Yeah, I think Russia may offer. Yeah, interesting, guys. It's showing here that he may. Network, okay, network meaning internet or in people, okay, or also dreams. Okay, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, and then the other one here. Money, okay, again, money. Yeah, I think he was like looking for money. He went abroad because he wanted to achieve his goals and get more money in a weird way. It's almost like it's weird because I don't think he, this is also power, so, but I don't think he needs money, right? I don't think he, again, meetings, okay, riunione, so there's like a reunion or a meeting in some way. Gentleman, okay, let's see, who, another card, mountain, long-term problems, or a long time ago, or something that was in the making for a long time. Kipper, yeah, not Kipper, Kipper. Yeah, again, guys, the same, a long way. So for a long time, they had this, almost like a deal, looks like. Happy, his heart was in it. Interesting. Values, right? This is also values. So they wanted to create a network of values. Interesting. The values were the key to money. Oh my God, how gross. Okay, so then we have here, oh, look. Interesting, guys. So on top of him, we have, this is immorality, loss of values, negative judgment on top of him. Okay, we know that's true, right? This is like, all right. And then success and love. So successful deal, but loss of values and also negative judgment. Conversations. Now, I wonder if it's being recorded, guys. Interesting. This is meetings and conversations. Public, in the public eye. This is fame. Or something about like his professional reputation, okay? Okay, now, and then center. Now we're going to position 5, which is center. Oh, look, money. Presented, quid pro quo, okay? And then Kipper. Oh, living room, guys, again. Oh my God, this idea that there is something, like I think he's maybe be under surveillance of some sort. This is intimacy, okay? Intimacy. Privacy, private places. Also could be, he's like, I don't think it's sexual, but it's like something like this, okay? Heart, again. Oh, values, okay. Guilt, okay. His center is guilt, okay? So we know, Wow, fascinating, guys, fascinating. Okay, then we have here, oh, this is, you know, it's interesting, yeah, shuffle these and everything. But it's like the old-fashioned values, right? The racism, all the bigotry and all that, like outmoded values, like behind outdated things, okay? And then we have, oh, Kipper. Let's see, Kipper. Oh, look, thefts, stolen. Something stolen, something illegal, something bad. Aggression, okay? Gentleman. Now, who's the gentleman? Let's see here. Tower. I think this is him. Tower, this is, I think that in this case, corporation, so his business, okay? Aggression, being very aggressive and like illegal, like almost like, you know, lying in a way in the network, okay? It's interesting, okay. So then future, positions 7 through 9, okay? Oh no, wait, this is here. Oh, look, oh, thief, And I think thief could also mean something, not just necessarily theft in the sense of like literally theft, but in the sense that there's dishonesty, you know, right? Oh, yeah, no, not murder, no, look, no, oh, stop. Can you imagine? I have a hard time believing that he's going to go to prison, guys. But it's, you know, actually, by the way, prison card could also mean that it's like the tower card in Lenormand, meaning corporation. But together, it's a good combination of thief and prison. Good place for you. Oh my God, what? Oh, the Garden Network. This is literally the TV network. Imagine if like Mueller and FBI were like, hello, Murdoch. This is a Mueller. I am sending 5,000 FBI agents to put everybody over there in jail. You have a little mob network thing going on. You think I haven't noticed? You have idiot written on my forehead. So that's what those cards are showing. Oh, look, become a news. Oh, happens for you. You're going to jail as what? Yeah, so there's news. Okay, guys, look, this is like so literal. Something becomes news about the network and their essentially illegal activities, okay? That's a little for you. All right, so then position 8. Oh, look, it's exactly the card. It's piacere. I'm so sad. Oh no, what? Why? House, interesting house. So this side about house, the White House? What house? I don't know. Hidden. Yeah, remember guys the other reading I did just now about the hit. There was this different cards. There was like the Lenormand and this one, anyway, so it was like the house and the clouds together. So hidden influence behind the White House. And what do we have here? Interesting gift. So could be corruption. So there's money involved here, okay? There's sad news. Like, see, they receive a letter here that talks about their hidden influence in the White House in some sort of bribery situation, okay? So then we have, what else? So then the final outcome, friend, interesting, okay? So friendly. Him, main person, let's see, one other one. Oh, I'm so sorry, look. The Justice Department. Where do we go? Where do we go? So yeah, the Justice Department is, sorry, baby. Child. Oh, Trump. Could it be? Oh, look, change. So, interesting, guys. Now, I'm going to ask another Italian card. Amica, what does it mean? Oh, interesting. Amica and nemica together. So the friend and the enemy. Oh, the friend is the enemy. I wonder. You know what, guys? I feel like there must be a mole over there that's going to take him down. Yeah, I think there's people who are going to betray him, guys. I hope so. He's such a good guy. Such a good guy. And I think here it ends with Trump leaving, guys. Interesting. And the Justice Department coming in. Interesting, right? So that's interesting. Okay. All right. So now let us look at it from another perspective. Now that I've showed you, actually I feel like that's the most interesting. That was the most interesting way of just showing position by position so that you can understand the story and then show you like this. Now I'm going to lower, okay. I'll lower the card so we can talk, you can see it in the relationships, okay? Interesting. And then I want to know if let me just show you, okay, let me just show you here, okay? So I think, let's see if you can see. Yeah, there's plenty of space here, I think, right? So we have something, okay, so money. This is professional recognition. Money drives their recognition through news. So it's almost like money drives their recognitions, their reputation. Money drives their news reputation, okay? And here we have the boss or power or money. But I think this is the boss, okay? So the boss loves money, okay, here, literally, okay, so that's what he wants. He likes money, he likes power, because the bear, I think, in some ways is also a card of power, right? So he likes power and money, okay? So the power corrupts, okay, this is a card of guilt, as you usually know, and the guilt can be proven through these gifts, okay? I think there's kickbacks to him in some way, and this is the value system of the network. Going to change, or there's changes or transfer. Interesting. So here we have news about the invitation or the transfers of gift. It could, I might just ask one more, because this could also be that this is present or this favors, but I think also maybe bribery of some sort. Okay, yeah, here, guys, a letter. Yeah, letter meaning I think. Again, I think it's going to be an indictment of some sort. There's documents, okay? And I have to remember, guys, this is Murdoch, not Fox necessarily. But obviously he's the king here, okay? So, yeah, so this is like the boss is guilty of because of gifts. So it's almost like, I feel like, guys, I've said this many times before, that Mueller gets everybody because he is able. It's like, and I'm getting this image, guys, now that I'm seeing this exactly to you. I'm like getting Andrew Weissman. Andrew Weissman is like it's like the dog with the finest nose. He can smell the money, he can track everything down. So he tracks everybody down financially, and that's how he finds. And it's almost like I'm getting this image, guys, like in my mind, like telling me about like almost like he's like, you know, this, have you heard of Paradise Papers? It's almost like it's like he's a genius in like tracking money down. So he has his own like way he can track anything down. So that's how he is tracked down to, okay? All right, so let me lower this again. And then I'm gonna show you the other things. Like I said, as you see, as you know, yeah, here he is in his values. Okay, so as you know, and something, you know what? Now that I'm pulling, I saw the bear card here. One thing that just became clear to me that I hadn't thought about. It's showing that Murdoch really is driven by power. Okay, money and power, but power mostly. So the whole thing with the right-wing stuff is that it's all about controlling the narrative and control and power in that way. Okay, so it makes sense. That's the way that he, with whatever he had, the power, you know, being a journalist or quote unquote or whatever, having a media company, that's his gateway to power, and that's how he achieves his goal, which is again power and control in that kind of master way. All right. Okay, so then here let's look at it again. This is values in the center. Okay. And this is interesting, guys. Stars, heart, and clouds. So stars meaning even probably like a dream or a longing for values underneath the clouds, like hidden. So he achieves his dreams like by his values. So network of values under, it's like his influence is hidden, okay? And this is interesting, guys. So there's like a deal to talk about the network. Now, I don't think Mueller gives them a deal of any kind, okay? I just feel like the deal, it's probably in terms of the content of the channel itself, was talking in the, like, the talk about the values are aggressive, talk about aggressive values, okay? And then the deal to achieve his dream for a long time. It's like, and I've said before, I feel like here he is, okay? He had a goal for a long time. And then, yeah, that's it. Okay, now, just checking if there's anything underneath. Yeah, so guys, yeah, so it's like for a long time, they were very aggressive here. Bertrand, meaning whip, for the child. So this was a seed a long time ago, okay, to be aggressive on behalf of the child. The network, hidden influence through the child. So this influence underneath the clouds is going to be exposed, okay? Otherwise, it would not be in the reading, because the question really is, what is going to happen to Murdoch as a result of the Mueller investigation? So this is interesting, guys, okay? So long time, the deal to talk in the network. Yeah, so it's almost like it's discussing the value system here and how he influenced everything through this sort of a commitment to these quote-unquote values, okay? And aggression and anger, okay? All right, and this is, again, mountain and long way are connected. So this was has been a dream for a long time, a dream of his to have this kind of like meta news channel, propaganda channel, okay? All right, now we have here living out. This is very interesting, guys, okay? So I said before that there's the birds there would also tell me that there's a possibility of conversations maybe being recorded in some way. There's conversations here. And here again, this is like the deal in the private. There was a shady deal, shady connection in private that has to do with illegal things or shady things, okay? So somehow there's a receiving money, okay, here. And then receiving money and brought him a lot of wealth over time. Okay, so in a way, this connection or whatever shady dealings he may have had brought him a long time. And then here we have a long way theft here at the bottom, right? So a long time, like there's an illegality that has been going on for a long time, and here's the Justice Department going after him. Here he is, okay? And prison to the White House leads through the Justice Department. So I feel like the Justice Department is going to go after the corporation because of its connection to Trump, okay? I think here, it also, I mean, just guys, because I'm saying this because I personally have a hard time believing that Murdoch is going to go to actual jail Okay, but it's just showing that the connection to some sort of criminality or shadiness. Okay. All right. So we have here prison, White House, and ends with the Justice Department. And again, proving that for a long time there's been this shadiness. And there is here in private communications a connection to money and the White House, okay? And the receiving a gift. The gifts, again, confirming that it is through money that this shadiness is going to be traced, the whole idea of Andrew Weissman here, okay? So that's that. All right, and then we have now this is interesting again because we have very interesting. Now, the Vedovo upside down would mean that he was recovering from some losses. Okay, this is what I'm thinking here. So recovering from losses, and here's him. Okay, this is Lamante would be him. And then we have a foreign, he travels, because what I said before, whenever I see a card that's like just a man or woman, I want to know the context. So it's showing that he went abroad, okay, in order to recover from these losses, and he meets with people, and there's deals, okay. All right, so that's the context. Now, if you look at it though, these meetings have to do with the shady values, the wrong values, outdated values, and through a friend. Now, I don't know who this friend is or who this person is or what the context is, but the person, what ends him is a friend who turns out to be an enemy. I don't know what this person is or what the deal is. I might try to close my eyes, but anyway, so then let's look at the present. The present, we have the law, negative judgment on top of him right now. Okay, this could be morality or illegal things, but I think essentially it's the law is hitting him, and this is some sort of quid pro quo to do what? To push the wrong values, the bigoted values, okay? So we have here, in order to recover from loss, like the stuff he's done to recover from losses was somehow illegal here, okay, or shady, and the law knows this, okay, and is right here after him, okay? So then we have here, foreign influence brought him money or quid pro quo, but then here's the woman here reading a negative letter. So he gets this negative letter as a result of the Mueller investigation tracking down the foreign money, okay? And this is the reunion, again, after the meeting, they established that they were going to do this propaganda stuff, and they connected with the friends, but the friends turn out to be their enemies. So again, here we have the illegal work brings bad news through a friend, and a friend who is an enemy. So I think, guys, I feel like, and I want to close my eyes, okay? I feel like there has been this investigation on Fox that has been going on for a long time. And somehow they were able to, how could they find this? I feel like there's this deal a long time ago, and whoever this friend is, I don't know. But that all of this sort of undoes him in a way, okay? So let me close my eyes here. So. Yeah, so I feel like he's talking to someone, he's explaining his rationality. It's like, I want to be a huge corporation, but how can I be a corporation? Only if I have one message and kind of repeat the same thing over and over. But in order to do that, he needed the support from these authoritarian regimes or whatever. So it's almost like he's saying, I'm kind of like the Facebook of news in a way, but it's just that it's like we're a platform for the same thing. It kind of repeats itself. And he wanted power. He wanted the supreme power. It's almost like he's saying, like, it's like, these movies, like sci-fi movies from the 60s, like this French, I don't know if you've seen his film called Alphaville. It's like a movie by Godard. I think it's Godard, yeah. It's like this, and it's become, this state of meta surveillance. You can't have your own opinions. It's like, sort of like hit like that, okay? He's obsessed with power. And it's like he has these friends. Yeah, and I feel like he connects, sort of like Trump, connects with this a meta narrative people. And who is this person? Yeah, I feel like maybe there's like a long-term producer. I've seen before there's people who work there who are working with the government, and even old secretary. There's like There's ways to access this that's going to prove, Mueller wants to prove the connection, okay? And I don't know, oh, I think they're tracing an LLC or something. Because I'm like, how do they know? How is this money, how do they know about this, like, quid pro quo? How can they prove? But it's not just messages, but it's like they can prove that there's a series of LLCs that are made by some Russian person who creates the LLCs on one side, and they're like, it's like in one of those, you know, shady, I don't know, Cayman, whatever those islands are, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's in the future, okay? And it's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be revealed now or necessarily in the near future, but I think eventually it'll be uncovered, okay? All right. Okay, so it's very interesting, guys. So anyway, so that's that. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, whoa, it's 26. I feel like it's almost like I feel like I went on a trip, like found out a lot of information. So yeah, so I feel like it's interesting, okay? Wow. Okay, I'm going to stop here, guys. So this was about Murdoch and the Mueller investigation. All right, have a good day. Bye.